It's the most heartbreaking thing your spouse has said to you. My wife Emily had met her best friend Chuck in high school. They became close friends and Chuck came out to Emily as gay. Emily was supportive. A year or so later, Chuck came out to his parents. They disowned him and kicked him out. Chuck ended up living with Emily and her parents for the rest of high school. Emily and I started dating after college and she told me all about Chuck and how close they were and how he was like a brother. I met Chuck and we got along and became friends. Chuck was a good guy. At the time, Chuck was dating a guy and they ended up moving in together about the same time that Emily and I got engaged. Emily and I got married 5 years ago now. I was a project manager and took on a year-long project in another city. I had to leave at 5:30 every morning and got home around 6:30 p.m. Emily and I talked at length about my job before I took on this project. We knew it would be a sacrifice for me to be working so much, but I was getting more money than I ever thought I would. After this project, we could pay off our student debt and start trying to have a baby. We both agreed the money was worth it since it was only a year. That year would be up in late November. In March, Chuck caught his boyfriend cheating. He was devastated. Emily immediately told him he could move in with us. I was fine with him moving in, but not happy that Emily didn't even discuss it with me first. Chuck was pretty broken up and Emily gave him lots of love and attention. I was alright with it because I knew how much she loved Chuck and he did need her. I also did my best to support him and make him feel loved. For a while, this was fine. But as time went on, Emily continued to pour all of her attention into Chuck. Sometimes I got home from work and neither of them were there. I found out they had gone to a movie or out to dinner together. I didn't think there was anything romantic or intimate between them, but it was annoying that I got left out of all the plans. Over the past few weeks, several things happened. The three of us went to a party and someone joked about Chuck being our third wheel. Emily said, "Chuck is not the third wheel." I said, "What?" And she said, "I've known Chuck longer than I've known you." A week or so after that, Emily and Chuck went out dancing one night. I had to work the next day, so I stayed home. I woke up at about 3 a.m. and Emily was not in bed. I went and found her and Chuck cuddled up on the couch asleep with the TV on. Both of those things made me uncomfortable. I also realized I had been working so much, I was just letting Emily and Chuck plan everything.